Hey guys, Izzy Sullivan here, back with episode 4 of Inside the Pitch. Today we're breaking down the Prinks Tires USL Cup and where the Battery stand heading into another big group stage match this weekend against Richmond Kickers, and later, assistant coaches Rob Seaton and Ian Cameron will join me for more. Alright guys, before we get into where the Battery stands, let's break down the format of the USL Cup. The USL Cup is in its third year of the tournament. It's a World Cup style tournament featuring all 42 teams in USL Championship and USL League One. The teams are split into 7 regional groups. Each team plays 4 group stage matches, 2 home and 2 away. Scoring is the same as the regular season, but if the game is tied at the end of 90 minutes, the match goes straight into penalty kicks, no extra time. Each team gets 1 point for the tie, but the winner of the PK shootout gains an extra bonus point. The 7 group winners plus 1 wildcard team will advance to the knockout stage. Last year, Hartford Athletic won the cup and they were the wildcard team heading into the knockout stage. Good fun fact of the tournament, the final is set for the weekend of October 2nd. It's a short format, very high stakes, not a lot of room for error. Let's move on to the group breakdown. We are in Group 6 along with Greenville Triumph, Charlotte Independence, Richmond Kickers, Loudoun United, and Pittsburgh Riverhounds. It's definitely one of the more competitive groups in the tournament. We already played Loudoun United in the cup, taking home the win. That was huge for us. With the group this tight, goal differential is definitely going to be huge in deciding who moves forward onto the knockout round. So what's left for us? We have Richmond this weekend, we have Pittsburgh in June, and Charlotte in July. The latter two are home, which will be very exciting for us at Patriots Point. Now let's focus on the match this weekend, Richmond Kickers. This is actually a historic rivalry. A lot of people don't know. It's the first meeting since July 2018 where Charleston took home the win 3-0. Both teams played their inaugural seasons in 1993 in the USISL. Charleston actually won the first meeting between the two sides, a 2-1 win at Stony Field with goals from Mario Lone and Nigel James. Since then, the all-time record between the sides is 28, 27, and 9. Charleston having 1 win over Richmond. And for more on Richmond, let's bring in someone who is a head coach in USL League One for 5 years, our assistant coach Ian Cameron, and we'll also bring on our assistant coach Rob Seaton, who spent 7 years at the College of Charleston men's soccer program. Alright guys, I'm now joined by assistant coaches Ian Cameron and Rob Seaton. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Can you just start off by giving us a little bit of an intro to who you guys are and your coaching background, how you guys got to the Battery?
Cool, no? You go first. You'd like me to go first?
Yeah, you do it.
Name's Ian Cameron. I'm from Glasgow, Scotland. Came across here to play college soccer in 2007. Down the road in Georgia, and went home for a couple of years in between to do a little flirting with finance and didn't enjoy it, so go back into coaching. Came across back to the States to coach in my alma mater, Mercer University. Got an opportunity to be the USL 2 coach at Tormenta FC. Went from the 2s coach to the assistant coach of the first team to the head coach, and enjoyed 5 really enjoyable years there, and was afforded the opportunity to join staff here, and here we sit.
Wow, I didn't know you were so much of a college coach too.
I played in it and enjoyed it for a little bit.
Rob, what about you?
Yeah, so my story starts pretty similar to Ian's in the fact that I came over here to play college in 2012. So obviously a little bit younger than Coach Ian, if you can do the math. I had 4 really wonderful years at Land University as a player. And then again, similar to Ian, was fortunate enough to get the opportunity to stay there and become an assistant coach while doing my masters. And then when I graduated, again fortunate enough to get the position at the College of Charleston and just kind of work my way up through the ranks at the College of Charleston.
And during your time at College of Charleston, how connected were you with the Charleston Battery?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about the situation during COVID when there was no supporters allowed in the stands, and was fortunate enough to kind of be able to come to the games. The College of Charleston has had a really good relationship with the club over the last few years. Keith played here, played for the club. I've had numerous alumni that have come through both the college and then gone on to play for the Charleston Battery, which is great. And then just being around Patriots Point day in, day out, having the exposure to the training sessions, watching the games on the home field is nice to be a part of. And then just day-to-day interactions with the players and the staff was good. Feels like the two programs are really well connected and working well together.
And for you obviously spent 5 years as a head coach in USL League One. Do you see any big differences between coaching at the two different levels?
Look, I think there's differences for sure. I mean, there's levels to everything in life. College game and USL 2 to USL 1 to USL Championship to the MLS. I think in each ring of the ladder, the players are more and more complete or have less and less major deficiencies to their game. Probably the same for staff as well. So you get elite performance in USL 1 the same way as, the very, very top players in USL 1 can cause a lot of damage to championship teams. I think the league's a stronger league. I think for me personally, it's just nice to go different places. Going to the same old small towns, the towns at USL 1 are, I wouldn't say primitive, but they're small, on the smaller end. Championship, you get exposed to some kind of bigger metropolises, and that's been a fun, just a change up.
Yeah.
Right? So that's certainly been.
Yeah. Well, one thing I know you two are heavily involved with is recruitment. Coach Pyramid gave you guys a lot of credit for the recruitment of KP. Can you guys walk us through what that is like behind the scenes?
For us then, it's the recruitment cycle is seeing what's in-house, what's in the cabinet right now, and then what are some of the things that we need to add to it for what we're trying to do on the field this year. Multiple things need to come together. We know at Marshall University, for instance, where KP came from, that is an organisation where they're taught at a very, very high level. The level of expectation on the players in terms of what it means to be professional, have professional standards, is elite. So the bridge and gap between the players' education and what they receive here is short because of the work their staff do. Their game model is not dissimilar to ours, so you can visualise how one will train to the other. So those are some of the factors you come into, and then our job is to then go and look at little habits of the player and say, okay, what do we need, how would they adapt? We knew we needed a centre midfielder this year. It was quite obvious that had more holding qualities. Emi loves to bomb forward, Nana loves to bomb forwards. We had a very distinct hole in our squad that needed to be filled. And KP himself probably is the person that has to take the most credit. He's very coachable, super professional, came down here on trial on his own dime, and took the chance himself even though he had eligibility left, and left a terrific organisation in Marshall to then take the opportunity at the Charleston Battery. So I think if any credits to go anywhere, it's primarily to KP and his family and what he's done to arrive in this position, and to the brand Charleston Battery, to be honest. And our job is to connect some of the dots where they're missing.
Yeah, it's amazing. So how many games do you guys think you watch a week? Like, that are not the Charleston Battery games?
It's funny because I got asked this at some point in the last year, and I actually took a sample size and did it for a week, and it was about 15 to 20.
Wow, full.
Yeah, but you can, when you watch it online, it doesn't take an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You can skip through, but it's a lot. I mean, right now, I'm trying to get as familiar as I can with the USL Championship, right? So trying to watch as many full games as we can, and obviously the recruitment comes up, watching our games.
It's our livelihood, and it's a privilege to get to do this as a job, so it kind of makes it easier.
I like to just put on my ESPN notifications, but that's just me. All right, now we're shifting to what we're seeing on the field. This year, obviously, we went through a tiny bit of a rough patch and then came back with 2 great wins in a row. What are you guys seeing from the team and where they're at right now?
I think over a long season, there's going to be ups and downs, right? It's not going to be plain sailing. But one thing that Ben speaks about a lot and always brings the guys back to ground level is making sure you're not getting too high when you win, and not getting too low when obviously you lose or draw. So we had a tough start to our trip up in Rhode Island a couple of weeks ago, but the guys showed a lot of resilience to bounce back against Loudoun, and then we had a decent performance against Jacksonville at home on the weekend. So just making sure that right now we're focusing on our team, continuing to develop, continuing to push each other. Guys are really holding themselves accountable.
So at the start of this season, the reality is there was a loss of quite a lot of talent out of the squad, right? For multiple different factors, some for great opportunities, some for new countries, some that it was just a recycle process that had to happen. So then with the amount of new faces, staff, players, the like, then it was very unrealistic to just start from where they finished at the end of last year. There was always going to be a process of figuring out what we have, what the new identity of this group needs to be, and how people immerse themselves within it. So I think we are where we probably expected to be, a team that's got potential, that has good moments in them, and now we're starting to clarify, okay, where is this group lacking?
Yeah.
Where is it in the squad, and is there mid-season acquisitions that we have to make to propel us forward and be the team that we want to arrive in the playoffs at? How do we grow this group to be exactly where they need to be, and what do we need to sprinkle into it to give it the best opportunity to bring silverware to this club?
All right, guys, honing in on this game this weekend, Richmond. You obviously played them a handful of times
Sure
when
have.
you were at. So what are you guys expecting to see from this match?
Well, I think the Richmond environment's a pretty good one. The Red Army that they have up there is a really well supported club. It's a club with great heritage, and they've obviously had a positive result this year already against the championship team in terms of the performance against Loudoun. So it's a team equipped and has a legacy of doing well. USL 1 teams historically have always competed very well against championship teams. I've been involved in those games, and then in the home games there with the crowd, it'll be a championship-esque environment.
Okay.
So
That's
and it's
exciting.
tournament that is a new tournament that we for sure want to win. It's a chance to bring more silverware to this organisation, so I think that brings it with an extra edge that's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
You know, we want to win. You know, make no mistake about it. We've been pushing hard in training to make sure the preparation's the same as it would be for a regular season game, or you know, whatever the other competitions are. So it's just making sure that we're on it, and taking care of our performance first and foremost to put ourselves in a position to get the best result possible.
Yeah. And the cup's always exciting, and we'll have 2
Magic of the
home
game.
cup
You want to
games.
be involved in big
Yeah,
games.
it's
At the end of
fun.
the year, you want to say, okay, there's 5 or 6 massive games with a title on the line that your group was involved in, and how did you fare in it?
Yeah.
This is a step towards putting us in position to be in a semi-final, a final, and at the cutting edge and test ourselves in that environment. So we've got work to do to get there, and obviously starts this weekend.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna end with something light and fun. You guys are besties now, right? You wanna
Could
go?
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna
Ian
play a
wasn't
little
saying
bestie
that
game.
after a week in the hotel.
No.
All right,
no,
so
the
I
whole
did-
room's definitely
I
better,
did these colors on purpose, because I know you're a I know Rob's a Man United fan and you're a Leeds fan, so
Oh, good banter that.
yeah. So
I see.
I got it.
Who set you up for that? Is that a leak on or a Ben joke? I mean, it sounds like a dad joke.
Wait,
so
did
it's
I just
probably a
get my
leak joke.
Europeans
That's fine.
confused?
I mean,
or-
dad jokes are good. I like dad jokes.
Is it too
I've
late
got a lot
to
of
switch these?
The first one, who spends more time on film?
Are we doing a countdown? This is gonna be a
Yeah.
close one.
Okay. I'll say one. I'll say the question and then I'll say 1, 2, 3. You guys said each other?
I think it's a 50-50.
Okay. Okay.
No, we said ourselves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did. See, I do get confused with my Europeans. Okay. Who would make the better player today if you played on the Charleston Battery? Okay. Fair. All right. Who is more likely to be late to a meeting?
No.
Neither. Okay, you guys are on your stuff. Okay. Who's more likely to fire up the team with a halftime speech? 1,
Pete.
2. There. I was like trying
I'll
to
flip
picture
it.
it and I was
Both
like,
capable.
I'll
Both
go
capable.
I'll go with
Depending
Pete.
on the
Both
day.
capable.
Okay.
Switzerland here.
who's more likely to volunteer to jump into training? 1, 2, 3.
Robbie Crawford, but I'll do it.
Okay. Who's more competitive?
I'm always going to pick this.
Who is more likely to get the most grief from Coach Ben?
Depends what day it is.
Depends on the
Yeah.
day, depends on the mood.
Alright, so flip back and forth? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys are roommates on away trips, right?
Correct.
Okay. Who is more likely to snore?
I don't think I snore.
I don't tend to sit and watch him at night
Yeah.
time, so
But like if you're trying to fall asleep, you're not like, oh my
he'll
god,
go
I
to
can't
bed.
sleep.
He'll fall asleep first. No question.
And then
I'd say
and then
so.
you fall asleep easily. Like you're not like, oh my god, he's so loud. Like I can't sleep. He snores so much.
No, I'm still doing videos. He's went to bed.
Oh, so you're just a harder worker, I guess. Okay. All right. Who is more likely to spend the most time in the hotel gym?
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Easy.
Oh, for sure. Look at him. Hercules.
Okay. Who's the messier roommate? 1,
I don't think either is a mess.
You guys are both
Nah,
neat?
tidy.
Pretty tidy, yeah.
Wow.
Tidy.
Pretty
Okay,
tidy.
Have to
that's
be.
good. That's good. Okay.
Our wives might say differently, but
Correct.
Yeah.
We've been well trained. We're both well trained.
Okay, that's
Good
good.
dogs.
That's good. No snoring, clean room. Okay. Who is more likely to forget their key to the room?
yeah.
You? How many times?
We had about 6 after that week.
Yeah,
didn't
it's
we?
not
Yeah.
no when you got an amazing roommate and an amazing wife at home. These things I don't need
You
to
just know that.
I don't need to cluster
Coach
my brain
Rob's
with
got
that
it.
kind of stuff. I've got
Okay.
great support around me.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad you guys are besties now. And I'll make sure to get you guys jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to your favorite teams.
Not the red one.
Okay.
Luckily, next year they won't be in the same league, so it's okay.
Alright guys, everyone be sure to tune in to the match against Richmond Kickers on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget, our next home match is May 30th at 6 p.m. for Military Appreciation Night. And if you haven't gotten your tickets, do that now. I'm sitting here with assistant coaches Ian Cameron and Rob Seaton, Izzy Sullivan, and this is Inside the Pitch.
Up the battery.